Hello, you guys. Welcome back to this, I don't know, morning minutes or whatever, but a totally unscripted video where I just talk to you about something that intrigued me. Um, you know, I haven't even put moisturizer on my face yet, so this is just where it is. Mom life. Um, but I wanted to sort of do a video response and just add like my sort of 2 cents or whatever to something that George Hares, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, made a video about just like literally 9 hours ago. But he was talking about the Sabbats, celebrating Sabbats, and origins and whatever. Go watch his video. I think he has like a very good point. Like he's like asking some really valid questions, and I think that we need to be addressing those questions. And as I was watching, I was just like, yes, exactly. Like I was like having a full-on conversation with him. So I thought about why not just make a video. And sorry, this is like super shaky because I'm holding it in my hand and I'm getting all excited. So that's what she said. Whatever. Never mind that Office reference. So basically, he was talking about, and what I want to talk about is celebrating Sabbats. What does that mean to you? Do you celebrate Sabbats? Regardless of what you define yourself as. I'm currently defining myself as Wiccan because if I'm completely honest with myself and looking at how and what I practice and what I believe, then I'm definitely Wiccan. So, yeah. And I'm not talking about like the Wiccan read or whatever, but like actually the way I celebrate, the way I honor the gods, the way I construct my ritual, what I observe, and whatever. So regardless of what sort of like how you define yourself as a practitioner, like do you celebrate Sabbats and how and why? And what struck me from his video was like this sort of it sort of made me sad because it's true what he says. It's like people instead of celebrating, instead of having community, we're having competition, and it's been going on for a while, and it's been really discouraging from, at least it's been discouraging me from participating in different online communities and discouraging me from sharing my own practice, my own genuine practice, what I actually do and what actually has meaning to me. Because, as I said, instead of building community, we're having a competition of who's a better fucking historian. And is this the point of our practice? I don't know. Maybe it is yours if you're like a reconstructionist or whatever. I'm not. I'm not, and I've never been. And I always like this is my argument. Like I always ask myself, would this make sense if I couldn't read and write? Like, if I could not be getting this information from a book or whatever, does this feel right? Whatever it is that I'm doing or, excuse me, practicing. So, for me, it's like, does it actually feel right? Does it have that spiritual pull for me? And when it comes to Sabbats, honestly, it does. And even if I didn't have like the specific dates from a book or whatever, if I lived like in a forest without any calendars and books and was illiterate, I would still be probably celebrating different points in the year that felt strong, felt different. And yeah, I don't think any sort of book or historical information can take that away from me, and it makes me really sad that maybe for somebody who's just starting out, it might take it away for them, and that just makes me sad because it's like you're missing out on a genuine, like, opportunity to practice and connect with nature, with divinity. And you're not doing it because some fucking Karen on the internet told you that, I don't know, these days that you're too white to practice, or whatever, that you're not legit enough, or that you're doing it wrong because historically it was done differently, and blah 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 blah. Whatever. Bite me. Like, you can hate me all you want, but it is what it is. It's just ridiculous. People are judging other people, not even knowing anything about their backgrounds, about who they are, about how they practice, about whatever. Just because they think they have it done right. And as I said, are we building a community, or are we having a competition on who's more right? Like, what is the point of that? That just pisses me off, and it's been a pet peeve of mine for a very long time now. And yeah, I just pisses me off. I have to like add my 2 cents to this conversation. And also, does it mean that if something is ancient or historically right, does it make it like more real for you? Because it's not necessarily the truth. Just because something was practiced like a very long time ago instead of like not that long time ago, how does that make it more real? That's just ridiculous. That makes zero sense. And also, everything was invented at some point in time. Everything was new at some point in time. Like, if everything we did wasn't legit just because it was new and fresh and just invented, then we would have zero fucking traditions and zero old ancient practices. Do you ever think about that? And also, like, it's culture and witchcraft it's like a living organism. It adapts. It's living, it's breathing, it has claws, it has teeth. It adapts with the time, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be, helping us survive in this world and stay connected to what is around us. So that's another thing with the Sabbaths. Like, if you live somewhere where there's no like seasons or whatever, then it probably doesn't make sense to you, or maybe you practice it differently or whatever. Does it make it not real? No, it makes it very real for you. So I don't know, I'm just going off on a tangent, I'm sorry, but yeah, like, something being more ancient doesn't make it more real or legit. Sorry, I'm looking down at the baby monitor because I don't know. I never know how much time I have left. And I loved this thing that George said in his video about finding the origin of something doesn't equal like finding a practice or actually having a practice, or like finding a legit practice for yourself. It doesn't. It just means that you read a lot of books and that you know a lot of random facts that a lot of the times were just like guessed, like they were guesses, estimations, like, because a lot of things can't really be 100% confirmed. So as he was saying, like, there are always like new facts coming out. That's because we don't know shit. That's my opinion, okay? And my opinion is also, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Like, practice, do your thing. Like, as I said, like, what would you actually practice if there were no books? If you just simply connected to the flow of energy that is around you, to the flow of the seasons, to nature, to things that actually are real to you. That is my point. And yeah, as he was saying, like, why are we arguing instead of celebrating? Like, why can't you just write like, hey, blessed Ostara, or like, happy equinox or whatever, instead of like putting your hot take on the pedestal for people to see. And also, as he said, like checking the legitimacy of your sources is very important, especially today. AI is everywhere, and it makes me sick seeing so many AI books, like pagan books, written and just like literally spammed on Amazon, for example. One of those AI authors is Mari Silva, just so you know. But yeah, check your sources. Um, just because something is in a book, it doesn't mean it's legit, okay? Um, but yeah, as George says, I actually also don't know all the origins of all the sabats, and I don't really care. I don't care. It makes sense to me. It enriches my life. It makes me feel more connected. It's beautiful to me. I love it. I love having these like anchor points in time to celebrate, to like sort of recalibrate, to reconnect. And like, I don't know, why are we arguing instead of like celebrating this beautiful, magical nature that we live in, that we get to experience? Why are we arguing? Stupid humans. um but yeah, um I just think it's sad because it discourages a lot of people from even practicing. And even if they are practicing, then it makes people afraid to share and connect. And that's what makes me kind of sad and sort of like lonely, because I really would love to share and I would love to connect. But it's difficult because everyone's judging you, and yeah, I know you're on the internet, blah blah blah. But like, why has this become the norm? But just like, if just, you know, if you put your face on the internet, that like people will tear you apart. Why is that normal? Mm, just food for thought. But yeah, I would love to connect. I would love to have like a little community thingy. Uh, but yeah, we are where we are, and my kid is about to wake up. So yeah, sorry for a random rant, but yeah, I just wanted to put this out there. And yeah, I hope you have a blessed equinox, beautiful Ostara. Let me know how you celebrate, if you celebrate it, in the comments. I'd love to see your comments, and or a video response or whatever. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful time. Blessed be, guys. Bye.